All right, so up here on the roof, out back, I'm going to take a walk around, talk about a few things. This architectural type shingle is a 30-year shingle. But the first thing I want to talk about is this area right here. Um, so you have your drip edge flashing here. That's this here. And then this is counter flashing, which goes over your step flashing, which is that black stuff there. And my concern is first of all, this counter flashing is sort of loose because it comes up here to almost nothing. So there really isn't anything to nail this counter flashing to. And here, the counter flashing sort of ends, and it doesn't cover the step, and the step flashing sort of bent under the shingles. So my concern is, running water coming down the roof could possibly get in there. There's not a whole lot you could do here. I mean, you could reflash this. You put a new piece of counter flashing that tucks in actually underneath this, so that the water flow would actually go over top of the flashing. That would be, I think, ideal. Caulking would be the second thing to do, although caulking is not permanent. It does dry out, and it's considered a maintenance item, anything that's caulked on the roof. So I do think that, like I said, bringing this piece of counter flashing to actually go up under the shingle would be ideal. So there's that, and then you have some holes in your shingles from when they install the siding. They have their pump jack stabilizers that get bolted to the roof or screwed to the roof, and the problem is that those nails that they use, or screws, they go straight through the shingles. They do seal it with caulking, but the problem is that, like I said just a minute ago about the caulking being a maintenance item, this is going to be the first place that your roof will leak once that caulking dries out. So, and not only that, but you can see this one here, this shingle's actually ripped. So the only thing holding that section of shingle down is the caulking underneath. Also here you have an exposed nail. That nail was accidentally nailed low. It should have been up under the shingle a little bit higher. So you have those holes from those pump jack stabilizers in several locations. Here's another area, and there's another low nail. There's another area. And so they're going to have the same thing coming down this side. Right here's two more. And there's more down farther. Yeah, down here is another area. Also, you just have nails everywhere. Too many for me to pick up. One or two, I'll grab them. You got nails down here, you got nails here. There's just nails everywhere. Nails here, there's nails in front of that plumbing vent. Just all over the place there's nails. There's more down there. So removing all nails from the roof is also recommended. So those holes are also on this side of the house as well. Where are they? Okay, so there's right there. There's two more. Same thing coming down this side. And then some more down here, right in this area here. So so for the most part, the roof is installed correctly, and there's not really any issues. It's just the roof debris and the holes on the gable ends of the roof. This here is your vent for your dryer. You can see after less than a year, actually, the screen is missing. There's supposed to be a screen in there so you don't get critters and whatnot. So it's debatable. I mean, the screen should be there, comes with the vent, but then the lint gets trapped in there. So so some people say it shouldn't be in there. Some people say it should, because then bugs and other pests can get in there. So, but just something to note, that screen was missing. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, so there was one other issue with flashing here, and that's going to be this drip edge flashing here. So if you look, this is a self-adhering membrane, and this is supposed to be stuck down to the ice and water shield, but the problem is, or the ice and water shield should be stuck to the drip edge. The problem is the drip edge isn't nailed all the way, so it's actually sticking up in the air. It's kind of hard to see on video, but yeah, this is actually sticking up in the air. I can actually get my finger underneath of it. So because of that, because it's sticking up in the air, the ice and water shield did not adhere to the drip edge flashing. And then you also have this sort of hump right here. You can see here you don't have that. Yes, you can see how that ice and water shield is stuck well to that drip edge. So something going on here. In order to fix this, you'd have to pull off some shingles, possibly fasten the drip edge better, and then reinstall the shingles. Depending on if the drip edge was, or the ice and water shield was damaged, that might have to be replaced as well. But you can also see some gaps behind the gutter here. I can get my finger back there, so could potentially have water dripping behind your gutter, and then you end up with ice on your sidewalk. So that's gonna need some attention. So so yeah, that's gonna be about it for the roof.